think it's lost its charm. I remember back in the day, first playing Minecraft in like, God, I don't know when, 2008, 2009, and just being so charmed by like, ooh, I have to gather blocks. And,
Don't let Minecraft ruin digging, Alton. I thought you were going to have my back on digging.
I do enjoy digging. We spent an inordinate amount of time in Arma 3. We've got this mod that lets you dig entrenchments.
Mm-hmm.
And so we spent like at least half an hour at our airbase just putting sand berms all around our AA guns. And then we came back to it like several hours later for something. We're like, what the fuck? Where did they all go? It sucked. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Video Games Are the Worst Thing on Earth. I'm Alton. With me, as always, is Reese.
Hi.
And Kay.
I will never die.
And today we have
I'm definitely not.
My mortality is confirmed. But today we have to get right into something. We have a very important report, and that Kay has joined the illustrious ranks of the elite of people who have been called an it or a quote-unquote person or a thing by Bob Chipman. How do you feel?
Unquestionably the most important thing to have ever happened on the podcast. Sorry for interrupting. How do you feel, Kay?
Feels good to be here. I've been kind of wandering the earth in a stupor under the delusion that I am like a human being.
Right.
So I'm glad that has been corrected by the big man.
He defeated your illusions of self like he defeated his childhood psychiatrist.
Fucking ruthlessly.
He just like Bob Chipman just quote tweeting you and instantly vaporizing your ego and super ego, and you've just become like, you know, it's like taking DMT. You just like lose all sense of self. The greatest curse that Bob Chipman can inflict upon you is just absolute enlightenment. But anyway, why was he mad at you, Kay? What did you do?
What did you do?
Infuriated him so much that he called you let me lead through this. He called you stuff like this.
Well, okay. So first of all, I thought it was all a little uncalled for because I was being helpful, actually. So
Yeah.
he was promoting that he was selling more copies that somehow existed of his magnum opus, his Super Mario Brothers book, Brick by Brick, which we, of course, famously discussed over a multi-part episode in which we descended into complete madness.
Right.
So I linked to that episode helpfully, saying you can listen to the audiobook version here.
Right.
Which I thought was very nice of me to help him out, because he forgot to mention it when he was promoting the book, which I thought was a little bit weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
Now, for reasons I don't really understand, he took exception to this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, potentially relevant in how angry he got is that I did ratio him quite hard.
Oh yeah, you blasted his ass. I can't actually see his tweet because I'm blocked and have been blocked for a long time. Go ahead and take a look. Tell me what's the ratio standing at right now?
It's 27 likes to our delicious 49.
What's that retweet count looking?
He has 3 retweets. I'm sure possibly could at least one of those has to be one of us. And Kay has 18.
Oh, it's wonderful. Just a ratio in its own thread promoting his book.
The amount of attention that I'm bringing to his book, like, again, you're welcome, Movie Bob. And so he, upon seeing this, he tweets, and I'm just gonna read it out here because it's so great when Senpai notices you. He says, "I won't lie. Part of putting this out again and doing 10 years later content about it is that it doesn't exactly feel great that so much recurring feedback from it is stuff like this, which ends up just being smug podcast snark where people just repeat memes at each other."
Which this is amazing because it confirms that Bob Chipman has listened to the episode. Although I'm a little dubious on that because I don't think we repeated any memes to each other, but maybe I wasn't listening closely enough. Maybe he knows memes I don't that we were unknowingly using.
I think he's being uncharitable because he can't handle our critique, which that's a little childish.
I feel like we give Bob an immense amount of humanity, in more so than anyone else ever has on the internet in our trilogy. So I frankly I take issue with his description, and I will be contacting the podcast lawyer.
I would like to read the follow-up. He whinges about it in the first follow-up, and the second one is like separate issue, I stress, from 4chan, etc. goons who just lie about the content or whatever. Those aren't even people? Question mark? Who cares? Well, this was from I think even this was from otherwise quote unquote smart YouTube people who start in on the I heard this guy ever wants to die shit. Like, why lie? Yeah, we're lying about that, Bob. You've never said anything like that. You haven't said anything about how you want to purge the red states and like just annihilate half the population of Earth because they're not intellectual or something.
Yeah, it's something he goes into on the reg, and it's so funny when he's just like, I don't understand what their problem is. They're not people.
Yeah.
Like, why is anybody upset about this? Why is anybody doing it? It's okay when I do it because they're not people, but I'm a person.
Mm-hmm.
God, I re-listened to the movie Bob trilogy, and I have to say, Alton, once again, hats off. Massive kudos to the greatest thing any of us will ever do. But also,
thank you.
It's so funny going through the book, and this being something that okay, you're young, you write something, you're a content creator, you release it, and you go, okay, that is one thing that I did. But then to do the re-release, I don't know. It is such a sad story of alcoholism, more so than it is anything else. Like his description, his breakdown of it. Can you imagine if you were in a college literature course and somebody was doing like a breakdown of, I don't know, H.P. Lovecraft, and they're just like, yeah, reading Call of Cthulhu, got the double tumbler going of rum. He's I don't know. He's our wonderful big boy.
Every night. That's the thing, is like every night he's like, night 3. My drink of choice this evening is Pabst Blue Ribbon. I know, I'm so ashamed. Mixed with Bacardi. And I'm just like, yeah, man.
That is the alcoholic's drink, is like mixing just random booze that don't go together. You're just trying to get as much in your body as you like physically can handle. It's we do during the episodes where we talk about his book, like we do genuinely feel bad for him at so many points because it's such a wretched existence that he paints.
Yeah.
And
everything he's done since then has been to undermine our sympathies, basically.
I probably would be meaner today, to be honest. But I think that probably the fact that we do genuinely feel bad for him got under his skin. I'm assuming he's heard it, and he does not seem happy about it.
No. Just the final sum up from the book is the other funniest thing in all of this is that Bob paints himself as like such a tragic character. And it seems like his origin story, his parents getting killed in the alleyway, is that he liked video games and was bullied for it as a child.
Yeah, people thought he was a nerd.
The B in LGBTQ stands for Bob.
Yeah. Nice.
It's amazing.
He after this happened, he I suppose was just scrolling my Twitter feed because he was just liking random shit. I don't know if he was looking for something to like a gotcha or hoping I was posting nudes, or I don't know what he wanted.
He's trying
but
to
he
see,
still hasn't.
Oh, is it they them? Maybe they're trans and have feet pics.
Eventually, I suppose he gave up. Didn't find any toes.
Mm-hmm.
Has not blocked me though, so maybe he's still hoping that I'll post feed. So, that said, Bob, come on the pod.
Bob, come on the pod.
I don't know about
Make your
that.
case.
Absolutely not. I feel like at this point, Bob is just public enemy number one,
Oh, yeah.
We see like the Bob Mobile rolling around. I'm pulling out an RPG 7 like it's Arma 3.
I feel we do extend him an invite to become our fourth mic
right
on the Bobonomicon. So it's either you join us as the host for every episode or block K. It's one or the other.
Yeah, you gotta block all of us. Reese, I think that I know it's not necessarily your way to go after people, but we gotta have like a trifecta of pod hosts being called "quote unquote" person by Bob Chipman. What's crazy about mine is that he found mine behind a block, which I'm not sure how. Mm-hmm. He just like found his name. I didn't even use I was like Bobbert Chipman. So maybe he searched Chipman and he found my post, and behind a block, he took a screenshot of it. It was like person, quote unquote. Anyway.
Yeah, but I do a lot of like mentally ill trans woman posting, and Bob I'm gonna have to really make him mad for him to reach.
That's true.
Across the aisle on that, because Bob feels okay trashing the non-binaries and the cisses, but a trans femme like Liv Agar, no, he can't do it.
An Agar type.
Yeah. This is the most important part to me.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Is that I have had the ability for the past year to hold one over on K, because I got the police here through my posting and K didn't. And K is a much more inflammatory poster than me. And I could just always be like, maybe you'll get there one day, buddy. You'll and now Kay has not only caught up to me but surpassed me. Now Kay can own me, and I don't like that. I'm planning my next move against Kay. So that's what we got to leave it on.
You're wise to be planning like that. You're in a very vulnerable position right now, and you say that, but what I said was not inflammatory. Again, I was helping him promote his book. I'm actually the nicest poster, so.
Well, Nick, that wasn't inflammatory, but you do post inflammatory things, is what I was saying.
Yeah, mostly at like politicians. I have told multiple MPs to kill themselves. I'm kind of amazed I haven't been banned.
You'll post like a movie trailer and quote tweet it and just be like, "Listen, I'm sorry if this is woke, but somebody should put this person in a saw trap and drill out his brain." And people are like, "Yeah, that's just what Kay says."
Yeah, but have you seen the fucking movie? Come on, like I'm right.
That's why you haven't got is because you're too correct. You're in a truth prison.
All right, are we ready to move on?
Done.
Yeah.
Okay. So, moving on from one Cthulhuid beast to another, we have the Grums report.
Oh my god.
And Grums is doing his thing. He's being like, I am the most vile human being on planet Earth. I am just like totally grifting everyone in this Gamergate 2 Electric Boogaloo type situation that he's got going. But also there have been recent revelations about a certain County of Orange versus Mark Kern. Where apparently not to beat around the bush too much, he hasn't been paying child support.
Yeah.
And this is not the only news that we've gotten. We have this listed as dumb bitch don't pay child support. And then part 2 is dumb bitch bankrupted his dumb bitch dad. So who would like to take us through this tweet here about from McDizzle Gaming?
I will.
Okay.
McDizzle Gaming, who has been on an anti-Grums tear lately. We really love an anonymous shooter who just decides to hate somebody and only post about it, and everybody retweets just the juiciest bits.
Right.
But McDizzle17 says, "This is bad. Ember is owned by Crystal Labs, LLC. The sole owner of Crystal Labs, the company that owns Ember, is a 78-year-old man who has the same last name as Mark Gromms, who, as of August 2023, has tax liens against his past, present, and future properties and bank accounts."
Yeah.
So, I
Is
mean,
that good?
Yeah, it's good.
no.
Lean means that you can rest
No.
easy. It's like, damn,
Yeah.
just lean and just take it easy.
The reason it was likely him who set up this company is probably because Mark also has a tax lien on his property of over $250,000.
Mhm.
So this is the CEO of Crixa, the company that owns Ember, is Mark's dad. And so basically, Mark Kern, who has a chibi avatar, just fucking owned his own dad. Was just like, oh well, Pop, what if I ran you into bankruptcy in what is the least sympathetic move one could pull? Like if Mark Kern drank and drive and hit a kid, he would get more grace from the community than this would. I don't even know what to say. It's just, everything, of course, has pointed to Mark Kern being a piece of shit. And, in Mark Kern's defense, Mark Kern isn't one of those conservatives just like, well, I believe in family and morals. Mark Kern's is just like, yeah, I'm about Laura Croft's fat tits
Mhm.
and bankrupted my dad. And that's just who I am, by Ember.
I think this guy is dramatically more pathetic than your average, like, weird, I don't know, internet gamer incel who is that interested in video game tits. The kind of buried lead of the child support segment of this story is that this guy successfully had sex with a human woman, I have to assume.
Yeah.
Huge for somebody like him, to be honest. And I think that makes it so much sadder that, like, he must have at one point had something resembling a life. He had, like, a kid. Clearly that didn't last. He's the most divorced thing I've ever seen, but, like,
Mhm.
that's way worse than some, like, fucking 18-year-old who hasn't left the house in 6 months, behaving this way, you know?
Well, when Firefall fell and Mark Kern still was a somewhat respectable figure, people would defend him by being like, "Listen, I get it. Firefall was mismanaged, but you got to understand, Mark Kern was really good at getting money out of investors." Which, which is such an incredible, I think, just sort of like hint at his past, where it's just like, how much fucking business slop has Mark Kern slurped up and just burned to get here?
Resources
I
well
say
spent.
a lot. And so Firefall fell, destroyed his marriage, and now instead of trying to form a relationship with his kid, he gets mad about fat tits, and not in the cool, fun way that the three of us do.
Absolutely. He posts pictures of a video game woman wearing a shirt and says they're trying to demoralize you.
Yeah.
They're trying. No, he says they're trying to kill us.
Yeah.
They're coming into our homes. The trans women with blue hair are coming into our homes and trying to kill us, which is true.
Yeah, and I keep responding with that Always Sunny gif. That's like, that's disgusting. Where?
Oh boy. I'm trying to find one tweet that I really liked that was basically like, do you engage with anything in a way that isn't just furiously gooning, you disgusting creature? And he really is just like a wretched gooner freak. Like he literally just always only cares about video game characters being sexy.
I apologize. I posted a picture of him in the Discord just now.
Ban K.
I just I'd like to draw attention to his teeth. I think we might be dealing with a Dracula.
See, I always thought he was like he like used his teeth to like saw through wood or something, like a beaver.
Mm-hmm. I see those teeth, and I see more of a sort of a lizardy swamp creature who makes his gooning den out of bone and logs and mulch.
Mulch. Oh fuck. That's too easy to imagine.
Oh, awful. I think that a possible episode title could be Grum's Gooning Den.
Well, we still have at least one more gooning den to discuss. So
yeah.
So for me personally, Mark Kern is Gamer of the Year. I'm flabbergasted that I have this much to say about Mark Kern these days. Just the depth of his patheticness is just staggering. Like, say what you will about convicted pedophile Dr. Disrespect. At least he had some success at some point. Obviously, I think puts him in perhaps a more dire tier, an Epstein tier of evil, sure. But he's not pathetic on the level of Kern, who clearly is just like barely hanging on and just screaming about that android chick's ass cheeks from that stupid android game.
Oh, I do have one more Grum's tweet we almost missed.
Let's hear it.
From @Grums, August 1st. I can fix Bungie and Destiny. Stick a hot chick in it, make it less gay and lame.
Bro, so true.
That's one of my favorite Grums tweets. It's just like, make it less gay. I can fix Bungie and Destiny, make it less gay and lame.
I got it. You know what? I love this tweet. I gotta hand it to him. This is the best thing he's ever posted.
It's really good.
God, you could really slot in anything you want into that tweet and just make it evergreen for anything. I can fix Vigatuito in all podcasts. Stick a hot chick in it, make it less gay and lame. You got us, Grumps.
No, we gotta up the gayness level.
Oh, yes.
We gotta crank that gayness. That's what the source of our success is, the undeniable queerness of this podcast. We gotta make it gayer. We have to go gayer.
Well, Alton, you know what you have to do, buddy.
Listen, I'm already a furry. That's like 60% of the way to just being gay.
That's true. That is pretty gay.
We all drew lots to see who would become trans on the podcast, and I got the short straw.
All right. Are we done talking about Grums?
As the final aside, the more and more people dig into his game, it is hilarious just how little of it there is. Just what a fucking scam all of these gormless dipshit gamers bought into because it was anti-woke or whatever. And there's clips of like the beta, which came out however many years ago, and it just looks like stock Unreal robot flying over the landscape.
I feel like this game's never coming out. Like, it's just never gonna come out. Like, this is vaporware.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
All right. Well, that was a Grums report. I hope everyone enjoyed that.
Instead of like a news, like beep 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 beep, it should be like the Grums report, and then just a loud audio clip of a deep sigh.
Just the slide whistle. Just. I do have one combo IMC and Grums cringe collab.
Oh, let's have that.
IMC said Donald Trump has officially added Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard to his presidential transition team. And then Grums replies to him as, he's the king of optics.
So true.
And this is from Thembo at Only a World Away, who says, it's always the two dumbest bitches telling each other exactly.
We do not have the time to get into Robert F. Kennedy, but that is the funniest person to say is great optics.
Yeah, like a week after he said that, it was like, I killed a bear and put it in Central Park. And just like, okay, buddy.
After the whale story, the bear story honestly feels normal. Like I did that.
Oh god.
Yeah.
The bear, I'm just like, well, who hasn't goofed off a bit when they were,
Mhm.
a
Who hasn't
a
picked up a
middle-aged
dead
man.
bear when they were on the way to the airport and then realized, oh shit, this dead bear is gonna stink up my car. So then you put it in Central Park. But yeah, if you want to know about that, just listen to the Chapo episode or they read the whale
His
story.
whole
It's really
family's
bad.
wearing masks to help deal with the whale stink. Oh, we can't go on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, they're wearing like plastic grocery bags with holes in the mouth to deal with the fetid stink of a whale strapped to the roof of the car. Honestly,
Jesus.
yeah, he is the king of optics. I kind of agree now. Like he's just like going to like he's gonna come to the convention with like just dead animals strapped all over his car. That's actually cool, I think.
Yeah.
We like a man who can provide.
Mm-hmm. We like a man who sounds like a dying drying machine. Just like fucking just he sounds so fucking bad. I saw there's this one guy called Amon Animations, and he did a video basically making fun of the presidential debate, and he fucked up the 3D models of like the presidents of Trump and Biden and like made them look like freakish deformed monsters, which I also subjected Danya to on her stream yesterday. It was like, okay, everyone link me videos to watch while she was like eating dinner. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna send her the most fucked up thing I've seen recently. But yeah, RFK's in that as like a Fallout ghoul, which is insanely appropriate. He's got massive ghoul energy.
That rules.
I have more to say about him, but I'm keeping mum. I can't keep.
Yeah, let's move on.
Can't unspool.
Yeah. Maybe for the premium segment, we can talk about RFK.
RFK
right.
premium app.
Yeah. RFK is the worst thing on earth. All right, next story. Black Myth Wukong has some bonkers streamer guidelines about not using the game to spread feminist propaganda or discuss anything about China by Rich Stanton and PC Gamer. So I just want to like basically use this article to find the guidelines.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually list the guidelines here.
Let me find it. One sec. Here it is.
The streamer do's and don'ts.
So first, thank goodness, is the do's.
Mhm.
Enjoy the game.
I shan't be doing that.
No. All right. Already offensive.
Yeah. Already canceling them.
That concludes the do's. The far longer don'ts section is do not insult other influencers or players.
Oh shit, we've already broken that rule today.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I'm sorry, Movie Bob. You're our favorite influencer.
He's certainly had an influence on us.
He's certainly been under the influence. Oof.
Folks,
Ooh.
do not use any offensive language / humor. We would never do any of that.
No, yeah, we passed that.
9/11.
Whoa. Do not include politics, violence, nudity, feminist propaganda, fetishization, and other content that instigates negative discourse.
I think that Grums would have been happy with this until it went to fetishization, and then he would have been very upset. But
yeah, he'd be pissed. Further, do not use trigger words such as quarantine or isolation or COVID-19.
COVID, like everyone's pretending COVID's over now. Why is this even in the guidelines? Like everyone has moved on. They're like, okay, there's just like an acceptable amount of death. We just
This got more coverage than the latest spike killing hundreds.
Yeah, actually. And finally, do not discuss content related to China's game industry policies, opinions, news, etc.
Well, this is bullshit for me because I was planning on making my Xi tribute character. You know.
I had a running bit on a recent episode of AGAB, whatever that is, in which I decided that actually I agree. We have to stop feminist propaganda so that we can make the monkey game. And I'm going to continue that here. There's no women allowed in video games. That's always been the rule. There aren't any I've never played a video game that has one.
This is the choice, right? You can have monkey man or women in your video game. Pick one. And I think
Yeah.
you know to pick the right one.
Easy choice. You ever see that video of that fucking orangutan fucking like driving a golf cart? Come on.
Exactly.
That's that's better than any video of a woman that's ever existed. That's for
absolutely sure. It's
Yeah.
not even close.
There's actually a mistranslation here, though.
Yeah.
They say no feminist propaganda, but they just don't want you. In the original Chinese text, it says just don't talk about Hillary Clinton, and that's all they meant.
She famously fucking hates monkeys.
She does. She's tried to kill Wukong so many times.
She's gone RFK on some baboons.
I think that's what Journey to the West is actually about. It's about the Monkey King being stalked by Hillary Clinton. If it isn't, don't correct me. I don't want to know. I want to imagine Journey to the West is about Hillary Clinton trying to kill this damn monkey.
Yeah. Who suspiciously looked like Bernie Sanders.
The story is retold countless times in different incarnations and different resurrections. It is an eternal tale of Hillary Clinton trying to kill a monkey.
Yeah,
I hope one day she gets that monkey.
I hope not.
Yeah, I do too.
I hope she suffers. I hope she never gets it.
I think the greatest suffering after so long is to get the monkey and realize who is she now without the chase.
Yeah, she doesn't feel anything. She's just like, oh my God, I've lived an empty life.
Yeah.
One of the first political figures I ever learned about, maybe the first, was Bill Clinton, because he was a Southern boy. And so when I was younger, there was hate for him even before he ran for president. I remember logging into a BBS with a big picture of Bill Clinton. It is just railing against his ass. And it was like, who the fuck is this? I want to play Legend of the Red Dragon. So I've known Hillary Clinton for most of my life, is what I'm saying. And I really love Alton's bit here, because I really like to imagine, through all that I've seen Hillary Clinton go through Bill's cheating, through being Secretary of State, going on her failed presidential run, I really like the idea that she has a monkey nemesis throughout all of this, that she's been battling. That's like she's in the ready room in the White House, the Situation Room, and she just like sees a little like in the corner, and is just like, didn't anyone else hear that? And of course, no one else did. So I'm going to be writing the screenplay and selling it to Netflix for about $7 billion.
Speaking of films, evidently, we have to talk about. Well, we don't have to talk about it. We've decided to talk about the Minecraft movie. And folks, oh boy, does it look real bad. It stars everyone's favorite credible Zionist, Jack Black. I gotta say that, like, prior to the incident, which we shall discuss, I always thought Jack Black, was pretty fun. It was kind of goofy. And now I just like see him do his little like Jack Black things, and I'm just repelled.
I hate him.
It's amazing how context changes things.
I watched the Tacky music video after that, and I originally thought Jack Black was giving it all. I was just like, imagine trying to prance about on your knees like that at his age.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so delighted for it every time. And then I saw him showed up, and I just I winced. It was like getting slapped. He's such an annoying, abrasive figure now. And I thought he was wonderful before.
Yeah. And now the one good thing about, him totally stabbing Kyle in the back and basically killing Tenacious D is that if you go back and watch his interview on the Eric Andre show, oh, it's perfection. The one where he like makes him do whippets and then just tries to scare the shit out of him. It's so good. It's like, yeah, that's what you deserve. But anyway, Kay hasn't seen the teaser trailer, so we're gonna watch that live.
Yes. So I love cinema, so I'm looking forward to just this beautiful installment in the art form that I so cherish.
3, 2, 1, go. Already, I really don't like the choice of music.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What the hell?
Anything you can dream about here, you can make.
What's the deal with the guy in the pink jacket?
Who are you?
Pedophile? I don't know.
I'm Steve.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Okay.
This guy is such a tool bag.
This is Jack Black is right behind me writing.
It really is bad.
Epic millennial dialogue.
Wow, this looks really, really bad.
That I mean, this didn't need to be made.
No.
As a society, we probably would have flourished if not for this. This is actually the thing that's gonna doom us.
There is no more saturated genre of thing on YouTube than shit people made with Minecraft. And I would say every single last slur-filled machinima of a creeper wandering around a village or whatever is going to be better than this movie.
Pretty much.
Yes.
I don't think it's ever going to be match the heights of Kino of that guy who accidentally set his log house on fire. Like that was, that was cinema. That was, we had all forms of emotion. We had the triumph of like, I've just finished my house. I'm gonna light the chimney on. I'm gonna just put the fire on. Okay, and then just watching it burst into flame, the panic, the loss. Oh,
Terrible.
That was the real Minecraft movie to me.
So Notch makes no money from this, correct?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's owned by Microsoft now.
Yeah,
So
he's fully
so he
sold
doesn't
all the
have
rights.
any. Yeah, okay, good.
At least there's
Wonderful.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, Notch, current owner of Warner Brothers, the maker of the Minecraft movie. That's not true.
I wanted to post some of the reactions to the film. This is
Please
from Unfiltered Truth with a blue check mark, so it's going to be good.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
Movie creators, quote, "If you're white, we don't want you to watch the movie." And for some reason, he has JFK as his avatar. It's an interesting angle to take that, like, actually, this movie's too woke.
Well, I think that's a response to the Kotaku article. I mean, still dumb, but Kotaku wrote an article called, "Sorry, the Minecraft movie isn't meant to be for you."
Oh, I missed that.
Which is patently not true. I didn't read it, but a lot of people got mad about it.
That's reasonable.
And so this is what they were getting mad about. Oops. Yeah, and it's a picture of Jack Black going, "I'm Steve." And so that is, I mean, it's just incredibly stupid because it's quite clearly, especially from the dog shit art change, it's trying to be like extremely 4-quadrant and appeal to everybody. Had this movie just looked like Minecraft, it would have made 700. It would have destroyed the economy of this earth. All money would be owned by the Minecraft movie itself, the non-sentient IP.
Yeah. It has such an iconic art style, and it really, I don't know, skeeves me out that like we're doing mixed live action animation in this way where it just looks like total dog shit. It looks real bad.
Yeah.
I saw a post that was like angry about how woke it was, and their main argument, as far as I can tell, is that Danielle Brooks is in it. And the rest of the cast is white, maybe. I'm not 100% sure what the deal with Jason Momoa is, actually. But, like, otherwise, This one feels forced. The woke thing about this feels really forced, more than usual, I think.
Yeah.
Guess who says, "Okay, I'm in"? That's right, Notch.
Ugh. Can you imagine he just shows up in like one scene? He's just like, what is one of his famous dipshit opinions? I haven't seen Notch in so long. I think he's retreated into his candy wall, like in Narnia.
The only thing I remember is him getting upset about perceived slights at a con. Somebody mentioned an eagle, and he was like, "I'm not racist," something like that.
God, he's always been like kind of a shithead.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't have opinions anymore. I saw somebody tweet and called him a millionaire, and he replied, and it's like, that's billionaire actually. And I'm just like, God, somebody needs to creeper his ass in Minecraft.
So I'm kind of surprised at Notch. I just double checked, and Jason Momoa is, I think, like native Hawaiian. So this movie is woke, actually, and it's weird that Notch is into it.
I think he's a Polynesian and black.
Let's not to get the calipers out, but I'm looking at his Wikipedia page. It says his father's native Hawaiian, his mother is German, Irish, and Pawnee.
Oh, we're getting the calipers out, folks. It's caliper time.
Jason Momoa, if you could please submit a DNA sample to the podcast.
And as 3D skull scan, if you will, as well, please.
Can I ask you if this tweet from Notch is incredibly stupid or dull, like remarkably,
Go
is
ahead.
it if it's just me? I'll post it, but I will also do a reading of it. Okay, so my brain keeps telling me it's very funny to say if push comes to a hard place and play it off as adorably European. It's very funny to say if push comes to a hard place and play it off as adorably European, but I can't think of a good delivery, and this is my way of moving on. Like,
what the fuck does that mean?
There's nothing going on in that noggin, is there? It's really it's just cobwebs.
Oh, this was just a few days ago. Yo, what?
Yeah, this is what he's up to. This is what my man.
Anyway, I'm ready to move on from Minecraft as like a topic of conversation, and also just in general for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I never liked it. I'm gonna just like put that out there now. I was never a Minecrafter. I wish that our culture could somehow move on.
I liked it back in college, but you know, that was just something to do to like completely empty out my brain at like the end of finals, just sitting in my dorm room, just completely melting into the chair. Like, man, I turn my brain right off, and that's what it's good for.
I have the strong opinion it's bad for children. Like, you need to give children good video games. You need to give them Gears of War. We need to give them Evil Within 1 and 2. They need something that will actually stimulate their brain, because clearly we've seen that it just.
They need Stalker.
Yeah.
What's that one?
They need Outlast.
What's that Eastern European one that's unpleasant to play? What was it again?
Any Eastern European game?
Well, it's meant to be like upsetting. That one. Pathologic. We gotta get. Children should be playing Pathologic. Like from the age of 4 years up. That should just be like they should teach it in schools.
No dinner until you beat Pathologic.
Yeah, just like make the integrate the game mechanics in real life. It's like, okay,
yeah,
we've given you a cold, and you have to look through the trash can for your dinner.
But your brother's looking around to beat the shit out of you, so watch out.
He's gonna steal all your acorns from your inventory.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things you can eat in Pathologic. Pathologic is one of those games where I'm like, oh, this is much more interesting to hear about than to actually play. Because it sounds...
Yeah, I didn't play it because H-Bomber Guy doesn't fucking tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Although I did actually play Myst at the recommendation of H-Bomber Guy, so he can tell me what to do occasionally. You know, not all the time. Let's see. Let's move on to our last couple topics. I think we're good to wrap up after this.
Yeah.
We got two of them. So Asmongold very recently posted a picture of his sink, which is absolutely the most repulsive thing I've ever seen. Or just there's like a wolf spider sitting on one of the forks in like this rusty basin.
He's trying to do the dishes, all right? Come on.
Yeah. It looks like he hasn't done the dishes in like years, literal years.
It is Resident Evil 7 is less scary than his sink.
Yeah. And so Palette Swap at Palette Swap Mag did a post about it on August 29th. Says the hit game Power Wash Simulator has just revealed its newest expansion will be set in the filthy, festering bedroom of streamer Asmongold. And it's basically one of those, it's like a fake up. They're like doing a fake announcement. They're doing the logo of Power Wash Simulator. And Power Wash Sim actually quote tweeted it and said, "I'm not sure we'd have the equipment to handle this one." So Asmongold's getting his ass ripped apart by the actual Power Wash Sim people.
And this was sparked, I believe, by the latest kind of clickbait thing from Asmongold, where Asmongold does quote. This is from Midas with a 1 _ Overwatch 2. Condolences there.
Damn.
Asmongold doesn't quote see the value unquote in personal hygiene! Exclamation point crying emoji. It's the same as using shampoo and deodorant. Its value is made up to conform to the social norm, which is, a renegade's opinion, just a real cool guy's thoughts. I know I'm probably the one who knows the most about Asmongold here.
Right.
He is. It's hard to put one's finger on Asmongold. I do think he has a strange, dark swamp charisma that makes him very watchable. But he is this person. Like he's got one of his famous things. Like the sink is unlookable. It's disgusting. But he has like for a big long time he just had tooth blood on his wall. Like he had a big dental issue, and he just smeared the blood from his tooth on the wall, and it was just there every stream for a long time. Like occasionally he could jump scared by roaches.
That's a great component to any stream, is just like having a roach crawl across the person's face.
Yeah. And when I watched his stream for a little bit, and my personal because when he played Final Fantasy 14, there was a fascinating aspect to it of just like him looking at a gay person for the first time. But he did like a little stream like outside in his backyard, and like a cat crossed his path, and he looked at it with such real and visceral disgust. Just like this is a man that like finds cats to be repulsive, unlike his hygiene.
Yeah, he was so disgusted by seeing a creature that actually washes itself.
Yeah. I don't want to look at that.
Yeah, I've posted upsetting images of Asmongold's bedroom.
I can't delete posts. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, I found the one where a roach is crawling on him.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
They were all in reply to the palette swap, and yeah, he literally just has a fucking roach crawling on him. I know this is an audio medium. He's playing Overwatch, by the way, when the roach is crawling on him. I just thought I should point that out.
We really have the 4 gamers of the apocalypse that are rising right now. I mean, like Asmongold is oh my god, that's so awful. Just a roach crawling on him. I would never stream again. I would blow my brains out on stream. That's the worst thing.
I've always thought Asmongold looked like a guy who doesn't like wash his hair.
Yeah.
So this additional information I'm getting is pretty potent.
Yeah. What were you saying before you were interrupted by the roach?
Mark Kern, Asmongold, Dr. Disrespect, and I can't think of a fourth, but right off the top of my head. But these are the 4 gamers of the apocalypse that are rising and gaining in power.
Ian Miles Chong.
Miles Chong, of course.
The Ant-Man, the Roach Man.
Ant, Roach, pedophile, Mark Curd.
Which is rodent of some description.
Yeah, and okay. No, no, we have Ant, Roach, pedophile, and Firefall Bus. Those are the four horse things of the apocalypse.
God. All right. Well, we're at an hour now, so I think we should wrap up. I know we got a couple of stories, but I think we should skip them. And I'd like to take a little break, and then we'll get back to the premium.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Can I say one last thing about Asmongold?
Of course.
There was a time where Asmongold had a girlfriend that lived with him.
Oh.
And they broke up. Can
Really?
you imagine why? And I have seen some of the funniest interviews with her where she's asked about dating Asmongold, and she has such a professional face. It is like never says anything negative about anybody. And the way she talks around Asmongold, the reason she broke up with Asmongold, and that she's just like, there are just some things that are difficult to deal with. We just didn't match. And people are just like, oh, what, like his hygiene? And she would just be like, it's all that she can do not to be like, yes, he's a disgusting fart beast. Like, it's,
I imagine that
never...
like that gaming chair he's sitting in probably has just like a brown streak going at least like 2 feet up the back. You know what I mean?
It's just an SCP, 100%. If you sit in that, you've caught a terrible disease.
You gotta like make a constitution check or like catch 1d4 diseases.
Exactly.
Like in D&D, just like fucking festering, like House of Nurgle ass fucking place.
I like to think that he broke up with her. You know, like, don't come between me and the roaches. You won't.
Well, she had an OnlyFans, so that's possible that he was just like, I can't deal with you being a sex worker, which is beneath me.
Asmongold.
A fecal boar.
Fecal boar. Nice. Oh, I also completely forgot. If you've got anything else to say about Asmongold, Reese, because I got one more thing before we close up.
No, he sucks. That's it.
Okay. Our last post for today comes from Jamrock Hobo, who says, Steam's woke detector does not recommend Disco Elysium. My personal highlight, however, is... All right, so basically Jamrock Hobo found this Steam curator called Woke Content Detector, which this is one of my favorite genres of posts, is just like a Steam curator whose entire purpose is like telling you whether or not there are like SJWs in a game or not. You know, the old heads in the audience will remember SJW Awareness on Steam, which was the OG and the classic. And they posted a review for Disco Elysium The Final Cut, not recommended. Quote, contains overtly pro-LGBTQ messaging, features multiple LGBTQ plus characters, including the player character, heavy social commentary regarding communism, whether pro or anti is unclear. And you know,
oh, that's so good.
I think Disco Elysium might be too smart for them, because you can be pro something and be heavily critical of it and the people who are also pro communism. Like Disco Elysium is the most leftist ass making fun of other leftists video game I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, when it came out, part of what I adored about it is that people who aren't even adjacent to the left couldn't figure out what it was trying to say.
It's like incomprehensible. If you take that to like your Gen X parents and had them play it, they'd be like, I can't tell what this is trying to tell me. What is the political position? It's like it's incomprehensible to them because it's not like milquetoast liberalism.
Yeah, it's such a non-liberal approach to politics. It's good. I don't know if anyone's heard of this game. Disco Elysium, you should play that. It's pretty good.
You heard this game? This game just came out. Disco
Elysium.
And then another one of their reviews. Oh, sorry. Were you going to talk about Deus Ex?
No, please. I have my own brand of
recommended
here.
Deus Ex contains no woke content, and this is the original one.
Awesome. Sick.
Definitely.
Good work, boys.
Well done. What were we gonna say?
So these are all games he's supposedly played, right? So he has 7 entries. I went and counted of porn games about futas.
Right. Oh god.
All not recommended.
I'm playing these so I can warn you that they're woke and you shouldn't play them.
I got
Damn.
blackmailed by a futanari. Contains pro LGBTQ messaging, features a heterofilic character. And so here's the other titles: Juicy Fuda, and it all says the same thing. Contains overly pro LGBTQ messaging. Contains a hermaphrodite as a character. Fuda Tales, Fuda Fix Dick Dine and Dash. Mage
yeah.
Khan's Futanari Dungeon Quest.
Uh-huh.
And Futanari D Fungi, which is I guess which is a mushroom Fuda, I guess. I don't know. Well, so he's making sure nobody else plays these woke dick girl games. Thank you.
Thank you for your service,
Mr. Content Detector.
I feel like we're gonna get a lot out of we're gonna get a lot out of this goober. We're gonna, review, go through all of these different reviews and see what exactly is woke, what isn't woke. I need to know. I need to know right now. Super Bernie World is apparently not recommended. Contains overtly pro-socialism message. Features Bernie Sanders, a self-described democratic socialist. Yeah.
So
yes?
Keep it positive. We're so fucking negative. I think it's starting to drag on us. Let's focus on what he does like.
Yeah.
Amanda's sticker book contains no woke content. Also, Amanda's sticker book 2, Wildlife, from eFunsoft. My man is playing children's games and going like, this is the shit gamers should play.
Gamers need to know if Donut County doesn't contain woke content. What is this? Donut County is 100% like this is the woke DEI game. It's got the main character is like a black girl. It's got raccoons. I don't know. I feel like I'm beginning to doubt the woke content detector's credentials. I think that I do not remember exactly, but I believe that there is an LGBTQ relationship in Donut County, and woke content detector missed it, and I don't think I can trust them anymore.
That content, you got to change that content detector's batteries. It's going to beep all night.
Yeah. And that about does it for our episode. I hope everyone enjoyed listening. Let's get to the where everyone can find everyone else. Kay, where can people find you?
You can find me just like around, you can find me on X, the everything platform or whatever it was. You can find me on YouTube at K and Skittles. You can click on all those links in the link tree. You can bookmark them all, and then your bookmark bar, it'll all just be my stuff. And then you start like trying to collect like objects of mine, maybe get like locks of my hair and like transform into me.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a great plan for our listeners. So go out and do that.
Yeah.
Reese, where can people find you on the internet?
You should not follow any of my social media. I am unfucking hinged. What you should do is check out my other podcasts, CRT Sound System, which is a radio show style music podcast, and Existential Warfare, a podcast about finding good in this dog shit world. We've just recorded an episode with our favorite little soldier, Conky, and we will, and we're going to release that real soon. And and just to let you know, those podcasts do contain pro-gay messaging, DEI propaganda, and it is not recommended.
Shit, I should be plugging my other podcasts on each of the other podcasts. Go listen to AGAB. It's also a podcast about video games.
Indeed.
Except everyone on that one is evil.
Agab is what if the people on Vegatoto could read.
It's like this is the good K who cannot read, and over on the other podcast is the evil reading K. It's like
Yeah.
who's like
No
keep
good
it
comes
down in my library. I must study the scrolls.
I do be saying that.
The gamer scrolls.
Oh, the academia. Anyway, I guess that means it's my turn. You can find me at Rude Fox Alton pretty much on anywhere, Twitter, Blue Sky, whatevs. Also streaming on Twitch, and I think that's about it. For our podcast, you can go to videogamesaretheworst.pinecast.co. And you can go to patreon.com/vigatoto, where $3 a month gets you access to our premium episodes. And I think it's $10 a month, and we'll have to read out the name on the show, which we will do right now.
Right now.
I almost forgot until I basically did the outro. So let's go ahead and find those people. We need to do it right now.
We're doing it now. We're doing it.
Doing it live.
We're doing it live. Oh my God. It's Glucose and Conky again.
Lucy, our beloved DM, that decided to stop hosting for us because we all attended the games too much, and Conky, who is in jail.
Yes.
Rest in
Thank
peace.
you.
Currently in jail for 3D printing the gun from Halo Master Chief.
Mm-hmm.
And I say free our men, you know?
Free Conky.
In Conky's existential warfare episode, we do answer the question of 3D printing gun ? So
excellent.
give you a little teaser there.
That sounds like fun. We're going to take a little break, and then we'll switch over to the premium episode. So go ahead and give us those dollars and join us over there. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Turn the lights off, bend the nightmare, you control it. Artful dodger, easy does it. Shut the closet, get under the covers. Snakes and lovers, turn the lights off. Everybody likes to get taken returns. To see how bright the fire inside of us burns. And everybody wants to get evil tonight. But all good devils masquerade under the light. Here's the pinky, there's the kinky. Everybody complicated. Man and woman, baby child, calm and wild. Turn the lights off, don't remember what we look like. Young girl holding one another. Paper colors, dangle streaming, tangle screaming. Turn the lights off. Everybody likes to get taken returns. To see how bright the fire inside of us burns. And everybody wants to get evil tonight. But all good devils masquerade under the light. Can't they take it? Should be stronger. Books abandoned, breathe the water. Mind distracted, sons and daughters out for slaughter. Turn the lights off. Don't you like it? I know I do. How about you? What do we know? Tiny patterns, hypnotizing, terrorizing. Turn the lights off. Everybody likes to get taken for turns. To see how bright the fire inside of us burns. And everybody wants to get evil tonight. But all good devils masquerade under the light. Diamonds twinkle brightly, dance in darkness, blow the nights off. Sleepy child, spark desire, walk the fire.